We are clearly living in a global marketplace. If Colorado is to maintain economic viability throughout the 21st century, we must have a workforce that can compete in this marketplace. But what is Colorado doing to prepare today's students to participate in this new global community?
It's absolutely true that the United States must engage with the world now, and it's easier to engage with the world using their language than it is depending on them to understand our language.
Studying world languages is the best thing that we can do, if not for no other reason, just basic economics, because we're going to be infinitely more successful.
A survey conducted by Internet World Stats indicated that only 27% of all the world's 2 billion Internet users access the web in English, leaving 73% of all Internet users using a language other than English. According to the National Committee for Economic Development, our education system must be strengthened to increase the foreign language skills and cultural awareness of our students. The educated American of the 21st century will need to be conversant with at least one language in addition to his or her native language and knowledgeable about other cultures.
Although we should have strong language requirements, foreign language requirements in our educational system, in some cases we don't.
Currently, the vast majority of schools that offer language instruction do so only a few hours per week, far less than what is needed for our students to become proficient in a world language. Few elementary schools offer language instruction for our youngest students when they are most receptive to learning a new language.
Un búfalo enorme sería como el tamaño de esta mesa.
Research shows that one of the most effective models to teach world language is through immersion.
然后是
Very few public schools in Colorado offer immersion programs in critical world languages.
Что это за фигурка?
Many states such as Texas, Oregon, and Ohio have written roadmaps outlining their plans for teaching world language to attain high levels of proficiency.
Est-ce qu'on peut le dire en anglais?
Global Village Academy, a public charter school with 3 campuses in Aurora and North Glen, is leading the way in creating a similar roadmap for Colorado.
所以陶瓷是一，对不对？
Global Village Academy is a recognized leader in world language education and has established critical relationships with international leaders in education and business to advance the cause of global language education. These efforts have been recognized and endorsed by members of the Colorado Legislature.
When I walked around and I went into classrooms and the second grade kids were learning math in Russian. And then in the other room, they were reading Mandarin Chinese. And then in another room, they were learning Spanish.
I was eager to learn that the students that come from these immersion schools perform at or better than the state average on the CSAP.
Senator Williams is referring to the 2011 CSAP scores for reading for third graders. Statewide, 73% of students scored the proficient and advanced level. At Global Village Academy, 74% of the third graders scored at the same level. The difference is that these third graders spent an average of 65% of their time for 4 years studying a second language. Global Village Academy is taking a leadership role in working with government, education, and business leaders to create a comprehensive world language education strategy for the state of Colorado. The first step is the creation of a world language roadmap, an effort which has been endorsed by the Colorado Legislature through Senate Joint Resolution 1229. This resolution recognizes that a P16 education system is central to responding effectively to the 21st century challenges to our economic and national security and ensuring the development of a workforce that possesses the cross-cultural and world language skills to compete globally. It goes on to affirm that Colorado would also benefit from developing a world language roadmap that ultimately increases academic achievement for our students, preserves heritage languages, increases cultural understanding and language skills of P16 world language learners, improves our long-term economic outlook and our ability to do business internationally, and enhances our competitiveness within the international business community.
One of the great parts of this resolution is talking about, on page 3, line 6, where it says, whereas language immersion, where 50% or more of the day is spent in the new target language, has been shown by research to be most effective educational model for learning a second language.
A critical step in establishing this roadmap will occur at the World Language Summit, to be held in spring of 2013. During the summit, leaders of business, education, and government will actively participate in the development of the Colorado Roadmap for World Language. They will examine the economic impact that a workforce that is proficient in multiple critical languages can have on our state. The roadmap that emerges from this summit will recommend strategies on how to prepare a workforce over the next 20 years that can compete in a global economy. To learn more about the World Language Summit and what you can do to help shape the future of world language education in Colorado, contact Christina Burton Howe at the Global Village Charter Collaborative.